Hey, I was inspired by Lush and Salty Aquariums, and I just wanted to share some of the stuff that I've been working on. This is my main aquarium at the moment. It's just a holding tank, really, for my Dyneema Eurostriatum, which are these guys. I have 8 of. Oh, I'm not pointing right. Which are these guys? Some Gara rufa, which I have 3 males of. Some rainbow fish. I have Bosemani from Avis Creek, which are those ones, and then also some Kalitawa, but I think I only have 7 rainbow fish in total. Maybe it's 6. Uh, I also have some Plecostomus and whiptails in here as well, but they're more hidden. And this tank is definitely not adequately sized for these guys in the long run, but at least for now it's going to have to do because I'm working on another project that's coming up. Plant-wise, it's pretty simple. I have some rather beaten up Heteranthera sterfolia, which it's doing fine, but it's not doing awesome. It was originally in a CO2 tank, which is why it's so beat up now, but it's great for helping remove the nutrients in this water. I also have some Java fern needleleaf, so Microsorm pteropus needleleaf, Microsorm pteropus windalove. I think there's other species in here as well. I have some rare plants in some other tanks. Well, I used to, and now I don't really have any other tanks, but I'll show you what I have. Let's see if we can see anyone else in here. Oh yeah, there's a whiptail. It's just a common whiptail. I don't even know the scientific name, but oh, here my Bosemani showing off. And then you can see the Kalitawa there in the background. I only like keeping fish that have the potential to breed. I'm not really interested in fish that will just always stay the same number in my tank, or at least are guaranteed to stay the same number, so I get pairs of stuff. Well, I think my Plecostomus is hiding over there. Well, not Plecostomus, Plecostomus, plural, whatever the plural of that is. As for hardscape, it's just some dragon wood and some elderly stone and then some substrate that I've been mixing together. It's nothing too crazy, and it's certainly not aquascape. I kind of just chucked it in there. Let's see. Here's another tank. It's not much of a tank. It's a plant holding cell. There's also a female Gara rufa in here who's rather beaten up by the males, but she's all better now. She's just a little scarred. I'm probably going to try and rehome her, and my males as well, just because they can't go together, and they've gotten really expensive in my area for some reason, even though they're really basic fish. So these plants aren't doing too badly in here, but it's just a temporary setup. I've been working on a big project, and I just haven't had any other space to put them. I have like probably 40 different species in here. I've been dealing with a cyanobacteria outbreak along with a planaria outbreak, and after all my tanks were infected, I've worked over like the last year to slowly battle it down till everything is left in these 2 tanks, cyanobacteria wise. So this is a shrimp tank, has some Malawi shrimp. I have some other very brief videos on my channel that show off these guys. I think they're very pretty when they're fully colored up, but it's hard for them to get that way. This tank's way too small for them, but fortunately it's being over-filtered by the Nowaze Biomaster Thermo 350. And so as soon as I'm done treating all these plants and moving them to my next big project, these guys are going to go into here. And so the plants, they're infected with planaria and cyanobacteria. You can't see any cyanobacteria. In fact, I'm not even sure it's in there. It's just, I think it is. Planaria-wise, I have Panicure C, so that should treat that. I'm just waiting to rehome the Gara rufa first because I don't want to put her through any unnecessary chemical treatments. Here, I'm going to turn my lights on. This is another aquarium I have. It's really just holding my driftwood selection for now. Not all of it, but my spiderwood. So that's also going to be used in my big project coming up. Here is some pumice I found out in the woods. I'm treating it like tan lava rock because once you soak it fully, it sinks, and I think it's really pretty. It's not so pretty here on camera now, but trust me, it's pretty in real life, and it's pretty once it's underwater. Here's some substrate that I'm going to be using for my big project coming up. This is a mix between ADA Colorado sand and also some WEO, oh gosh, what's it called? It's like their Ionian wetland soil. It's the mustard color, so it looks tan, which is really cool because most aqua soils aren't tan. Oh gosh, can't really see it very well. It's mixed in here, so you can kind of see some of the tan flakes. The smaller ones are also the same product, and I think it's really great for having like that sandy look while still having aqua soil. I've really grown to hate aqua soil. I just find that it's far too good at growing cyanobacteria for me. And I have like plenty of antibiotics, which is how I've been treating my cyanobacteria outbreaks, and it's worked perfectly. But with aqua soil, especially deeper beds like I've been using in the past, it just isn't, it's able to hide it, I guess. That's a good way of saying it. Here's some Dua stuff that I haven't set up. And this is just some cool plants. Like I have some really rare stuff in here, all from tissue culture. Helanthrium tunnellum red, Microstorm pteropus needleleaf orange. I have the orange varietal in North America, which is pretty nuts. I don't know if anyone else has that. What do you call it? Ricardia, Chemidrifolia, Anubias pangolino green tea. I don't know if that's the one on, that's not focusing right. So that's a really cool plant. It's also super rare. Java fern, Pteropus, trident, a couple other plants in there as well. It's hard to tell. Here's a big old dish that's also full of ferns. By the way, every plant I own is from a tissue culture. I restarted the hobby about 2 years ago and just simplified things for me, and I'm really glad I did that. Oh yeah, here's some more rocks that I found. I've been having them in tanks in the past. I really like this guy, but he weighs like 50 plus pounds, so it's hard to get him into a tank. It used to be in there, and there's a very nice Iwagumi, but not a perfect solution. Here's my Stone collection. I know, quite impressive. Definitely cost a lot of money, and I know every single one of these rocks. I've worked with them so many times. I have a bunch of past setups. At the moment, not many aquascapes, as you could probably tell, but as I said, I'm working on a big project. Here's my driftwood collection, besides the spiderwood. It's not too much stuff, but a lot of it's currently in here. So there's a mix between dragonwood and also it's like called Malaysian driftwood, I believe. Protein containers that I use to hold sand and stuff. Down here are a bunch of cloches, which I use to store plants in the long haul that I'm not currently using in my aquarium. So I'm gonna move a bunch of the plants that are in there into here. And so you can probably see some of them are set up, a bunch of them aren't. And yeah, just chemicals and supplies. In here I keep like filter media, Ziploc bags, which I use to store sand and stuff, and a bunch of other stuff as well. Here, mostly just random garbage. And this is not garbage, this is more sand from Weo. I just don't have that much of it. By the way, Weo, you can get it from 2 different places now in the US, which is pretty cool. One's Delua International, and then also Cuboid Aquatics, so I think that's pretty cool. Here's Tropica substrate, which is what I've been using more recently. I put it into little baggies and then bury it underneath the Weo substrate and the other sands mixed together. I just think it's visually the best option for me. It's not the best for growing plants, but I find it works pretty well. I don't have any good examples at the moment, but maybe I'll post a video of, or not even a video, some photos that I took in the past. Out here, a bunch of substrates that I'm no longer going to be using, like old aqua soil. I boiled it after taking it out of tanks that are infected with cyanobacteria, so now it's safe, but I just don't trust it. So I'm gonna move that down to the garage in case I ever need it again. Some more sands and other stuff. CO2 system, a bunch of filters and stuff. And here's my next big project. Well, actually, probably my biggest project ever. I've had bigger tanks, but this is my most impressive tank, I guess. It's a UNS 90 shallow, so it's 90 centimeters wide, 56 front to back, and then I think it's 36 tall. Whatever, it ends up being 22 inches front to back, 35.43 or something side to side, and then 14 inches tall. It's actually the exact same height as my tank over there, so that's pretty cool. And I'm currently working on building the stand for that. Should be done that tomorrow, so then I'll be able to set this up. I'm really excited. I'm going to be creating structures out of this lava rock, and I think it'll be pretty cool in the end. So that's all the stuff I have for now. By the way, if you are concerned about these fish, I am doing water changes like every other day, and they're doing just fine from a water quality perspective, and they're all pretty peaceful. But it's definitely something I'm working on. I'm really excited with the stuff I have going on, and I don't know, I hope I didn't talk for too long. Anyway, bye.